Dear Facebook, this is your official invitation to help me lose my virginity in the next 24 hours. Real talk. And I know this isn't how classy people do this kind of thing, but screw classy. I'm getting straight to the point. Ladies, I'm officially available. But before you get your hopes up, let's get one thing straight. This will not be the start of your next high school romance. I will not call you the morning after. I will not try to date you. I will not be your knight in shining armor. Kings don't do that. Sorry to disappoint, but I don't believe in any of that bull. Never have, never will. Which is exactly why, as of today, I'm changing my relationship status to commitment free. So romance fans, if you're looking for love, swipe left. I'm out. Don't stress about it though, there's plenty of fish in the sea. They're just not as good looking as this one. Hashtag honest. To the party girls, if you're down to have a little fun, hit me up. I'll be at Ricky Kim's kickback later. Look for me. It's not even 9:30 and Dad's already hell-bent on tearing the house down. Again. Sounds like the kitchen's ground zero this time. Never mind the fact that my mom spent the afternoon slaving away just so he could come home to food on the table and an immaculately clean house. Dad doesn't see it that way. When he's pissed, the kitchen is nothing else but a place that's chock full of things he can break apart. Including her. Tonight, Mom's probably guilty of the same thing she always is, asking too many of the right questions, trying to figure out who his late-night clients are that keep him later and later at the office, wondering if and when he's gonna leave her, when he's gonna tell her the truth. Dad's only concerned about the truth at work. At home, it's a different story, one he doesn't ever feel like telling. I guess he just does what lawyers like him know how to do best. Lie. I crash into bed and shove my headphones in to tune out the Wrecking Ball soundtrack going on downstairs. Between Dad losing his shit and Trish and Josh's hookup yesterday, I'm a couple bad thoughts away from losing my mind. Just focus on the music, Elias. Focus. I lean against my pillow and wait for the Spitfire guitar solo in the Foo Fighters song All My Life to take me somewhere else. Anywhere else. I shut my eyes and try to disappear out of my room, out of my home, out of my life when the text message I've been waiting for pops up on my screen.
If you're not out here in 30 seconds, we're ditching you, King. Have fun going solo with your right hand tonight.
Normally I throw sarcasm right back at him, but something a lot like guilt's getting in the way. Nearly 4 years of being the closest thing I have to a best friend, and I screw things up over a girl. I could tell him now, just text him the truth and blow his entire night. I could act like none of it happened. Yeah, let's go with option 2. Keep your panties on, I'm coming. And who's we? Like I don't know. A speech bubble pops up, takes a little while to come through, and my lungs freeze just waiting for his answer. Half of me hopes that it's some other girl, that maybe Trish was an on and off thing like she's been for me. Until about a few weeks ago, me and Josh were fine in the chick department. We had a legit wingman pact going. And I'm not talking a one-party deal. Our girl game was set up for the long term. At least, that's what I thought. Since the start of the summer, Josh is literally up to my game with older chicks like crazy. He's still tight with the kids in his old class, which means we get invites to parties we're not supposed to know about. Chubby Chorizo wouldn't have been allowed within 50 feet of some of the ragers we went to. But now that I've graduated out of being bullied and grew into being groped, life's good. And I have Josh to thank for that. He showed me the ropes, got rid of most of my awkwardness, with a few nervous stutters here and there, but I'm still learning. He's a master at getting girls, especially for a not quite freshman. He's a nearly 6 foot tall athlete who is an easy shoe-in with a football team. Making varsity wasn't a question when it came to his mad running skills, and his underground stoner habits have left him with a permanent easygoing smile on his face. Girls dig that smile and the fact that he looks like the 16-year-old Colombian version of Will Smith. We don't usually go for the same type, at least until Trish came along. I just didn't know he was her Mr. Right.
Somebody special from that party a couple weeks ago. Don't freak out.
Come on, man, bro code. I'm trying to get laid tonight, and you know stick around chicks are cock blocks.
Hey, your thirsty ass Facebook post the only thing that's cock blocking you is. That was not a good look, man.
Josh, I got a lot of likes on it, okay? I think I'm doing all right.
Then I guess you don't need me tonight. Peace.
Oh, hold up. I still do. I'm just taking my game to the internet for some extra help is all. Is that chick gonna be around the whole night?
Nah, her friend's already at Ricky. She'll hang with them while we work. She just needed a ride there.
I bet she did. Just roll down the windows before I get there. I don't want odor of your sweated balls wafting in my face the whole way to Ricky.
Roger that. Now quit crying and get out here. We're gonna be late.
Josh honks the horn a few times, which brings the hurricane downstairs to a stop. I gotta move before Dad sees his car out the window. Last time I snuck out, he grounded the balls out of me, which I took as a sign to be more careful. Josh honking isn't being more careful. It's gonna get me killed. I shoot out of bed, grab an easy white tee out of the cleanest laundry pile on the floor, and pull on my lucky pair of jeans. Every single time I messed around with a girl, it's been with these bad boys, so I'm hoping tonight they'll keep up their magic. I step into my Vans, leave the laces lazy, and jog over to my open window. I check my reflection and run a hand through my dark hair to make it look like less of an actual mess and more like a mess of shaken not stirred sex goodness, and then step outside into the San Diego breeze. The air smells different tonight, like opportunity with a sliver of hope mixed in. I breathe in the night and a familiar ache starts kicking around in my stomach. It's been getting worse lately. The need to feel numb, to drown out the noise of Dad's fights and dishes breaking. There are some sounds you can drown out, and this isn't one of them. It plays on repeat inside my head no matter where I am or what I'm doing. So I do what I have to make it stop. Chubby chorizo crying fest don't exactly cut it anymore. There are better ways to escape. High school party scenes come with high school party favors, and I like the rush. Maybe a little too much. It's not like I have a problem or anything, not the way my dad does at least. But the closer I get to Josh's car, the stronger the need gets to figure a way out of myself as fast as humanly possible. By the time I open his door, my whole body's aching for trouble. Luckily, Josh knows me well enough to know exactly what I'm looking for. He waves me in and hands me a bottle of his parents' vodka as we pull into the street. I cradle it in my hands like a newborn.
Ray Goose, Elias. Elias, Ray Goose. Don't worry, she's single. Me and Trish can leave you two alone in the car if you need a minute.
Josh says. Trish lets out a dizzy laugh from the back seat and my face gets hot. Wow, Jay, you actually found a girl who thinks you have a sense of humor. I'm impressed, I say. Josh reaches across the seat and punches me like his arm is about as strong as a ramen noodle. Yep, he's high.
You deserve worse, but I spared you since you're holding gold. That's an expensive bottle, my friend. Sips only.
I throw him a salute before twisting off the cap and swallowing down a mouthful of liquid salvation. The burn instantly dulls down the noise of the fight back in the house. And I'm more thankful to the bottle than I should be.
That's not a sip, dickweed,
Josh says. It is if you're a king. Josh reaches over again, but I dodge him and go right back to losing myself to the sweet bitterness sliding down my throat. I polish off a good third of the bottle before I stop. Josh eyes the bottle and then glares at me, his bloodshot brown eyes almost as big as golf balls.
Trish, take Lady Gray away from the baby. He's out of control. Oh, and before I forget, Elias, this is Trish. You met before, but I'm pretty sure we were all wasted.
Josh says. Not wasted enough. I glance up at the rear view and lock eyes with Trish for a few seconds too long. She looks even better than usual tonight. Noticed me kinda different, and stupidly I do. Her eyes are smoky blue underneath her crow-winged eyelashes, and her lips are cherry pop red. As soon as she realizes I'm staring, she smiles at me and slowly lifts up the bottle out of my hands and up to her mouth. Instead of wiping off the top like I expect her to, she runs her tongue across the top ring in slow circles before sucking down a mouthful. I don't know if it's the rush from the alcohol or what she just did to the mouthpiece, but the sudden hard pull in my jeans pretty much answers my question. I rip my eyes away from that mirror before I get into trouble and go back to staring out at the road. We're barely out of my cul-de-sac when Josh's phone goes off loud and clear through the car speakers. His usual trap music ringtone has apparently been replaced by the sound of a girl moaning like she's having the best time of her life. He glances back at Trish and winks at her through the rear view, which makes me want to slap the sex days out of his eyes before this chick brainwashes him entirely. You gonna answer that? I asked. Josh puts his iBang on hold for a couple seconds and then switches the phone to speaker.
J-Dog speaking. What's good?
Hey man, this is Rick. You still headed out here? Rick's voice sounds raspier than usual, like he's taking his normal alcohol-weed combination to the next level and then some. I envy the guy. His parents run a little Korean grocery store where he works part-time. And by works, I mean steals boxes of soju so the rest of our grade can party with it on nights like these. He's generous, crazy smart, and runs parties like a boss. After high school, he'll probably end up in LA event planning for celebrities and getting laid like a king if he isn't already. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, much less what I'm doing tonight. But maybe once the virgin thing is done and over with, I'll actually start living instead of wishing I was.
Yeah, me, Trish, and Eli are trying to roll through. What's up? 5-0?
Nah, nothing like that, but we're out of drinks, so I need a favor.
Sure thing. What you need, man?
Josh says. Can you pick up a couple cases from the convenience store up the block from my place? I've got a friend who'll hook you up.
No problem, Mr. Kim. Just text me the address.
Alright, thanks man. Later. Josh hangs up the phone and less than 30 seconds later, Ricky's text comes through.
Hold on to your seats, ladies and dogs. This is definitely gonna be illegal.
Josh jerks the wheel to the right and pulls a crazy fast U-turn out of nowhere. Trish screams in the back seat, but I ride out the rush. There's something attractive about it, about dancing on the edge of danger and not knowing if you'll slip off the edge or come out fine. But just like that, his jet black Honda straightens out and the thrill dies as quick as the moment. 3 stoplights later, we pull in a Dick's liquor store and Josh waves me out of the front seat as soon as he kills the engine.
You? Back seat. The booze needs a safe place to sit when I get back.
He says, I am like he's as crazy as he sounds. What's wrong with the trunk? What if we get pulled over? I say.
We won't. Besides, the cops suspect trunks. If I stuff a couple cases under the dash up front, they won't suspect any of that. Nobody's that stupid about running booze. Genius, right?
That, or he's straight up psycho. It's hard to tell the difference with Josh most of the time. I don't know. Just hurry up. I'm missing out on opportunities. I say, as yet another 4 likes come in from girls who look more than promising.
Patience, my man. You'll have your moment. I'll be right back.
As soon as Josh is gone, I step out of the front seat and slide into the back across from Trish, even though there should be miles between me and her. She crosses her legs underneath her very short skirt and shifts closer to me when she should be moving the opposite direction. She extends a slender hand towards me, but I don't even think about taking it. I believe we've met before. She laughs like all of this is a joke, and my stomach twists itself in the knots. What the hell, Trish? When were you gonna tell me? She inches closer and throws her arm around my shoulder, but I shrug her off. Relax, King. Jealousy is not allowed, remember? She runs her hand along the side of my face and smooths out the furrow, digging its way into my forehead. He's my best friend. Like, literally the only one I have, and he can't know that we... She rears her head back like a snake. We? There is no we, okay? The only thing we were doing was having fun. Calm down, it's not like I slept with you or anything, she says. Her voice spills out of her lips like poison. But you've been with him. It's completely jacked up, and you know it. I say, trying my best not to lose my cool in front of her. She softens up a bit and leans into me the way she does when she wants to take control. And that's exactly why I want to apologize. You'll let me, won't you? This is how the game always starts. Trish has the kind of curves and confidence that would make more than half of the girls in my class jealous, and she knows exactly how to use it. But it's not her body that has my attention right now. It's the intensity in her eyes. The intention. The way she's leaning forward just enough for me to get a close-up of her world-class cleavage without having to try. The way she's tilting her neck so her yellow gold hair spills down her shoulders and biting her lip like it's the last resort. She takes my face in her hands, runs her thumb across my lips, and as much as I know that I should absolutely pull away, I don't. I like how this feels. How she feels. Maybe a little too much. Trish, we gotta stop. Josh is a good guy. He'll take care of you, and he's definitely not one to disappoint. Are you?
tryna put you in the worst mood up. P1 cleaner than your church shoes up. Really point to just to hurt you up. All red lamp just to tease you up. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks of table cut from ebony. Put that ivory in the skinny pieces. And she cleaning with her face, man, I love my baby. Hitters keep reaching, dissing. Can't afford mistakes, I don't listen. You gon' make me call my bros for assistance. You gon' make me call my bros for assistance. Hitters keep reaching, dissing. Put me in a fucked up position. You gon' make me call my bros for assistance. Make me call my bro, yeah. Yeah, they hate, but they broke though. And when it's time to pop, they a no-show. Yeah, I'm pretty, but I'm local. The loud got me moving slow-mo. Ayo, tweeted where the hoes, where they at though? Ayo, keys where the hoes, where they at though? The player, he a bozo. The same way I know you know though. Ayo, Juice, why they testing me? Like I don't always keep the hammer next to me. I ain't gotta hit it to the left of me. Like we ain't in the streets, Moses said something. So ayo, girl, keep on texting me. Always on my phone, speaking sexually. Every time I'm out, watch you stressing me. You call her Stephanie, I call her F&A. Hitters keep reaching and listen. Can't afford mistakes, I don't listen. You gon' make me call my bros for assistance. Make me call my bros for assistance. Hitters keep reaching and listen. Oh no, put me in a fucked up position. Can't make me call my bros for assistance. Oh baby, make me call my bros for assistance. Star boy. Cause I'm a motherfucking star boy. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking star boy. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Oh yeah. I'm tryna put you in the worst mood up. P1 cleaner than your church shoes up. Really point to just to hurt you up. All red lamp just to tease you up. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks of table cut from ebony. Put that ivory in the skinny pieces. And she cleaning with her face, man, I love my baby. Hitters keep reaching, dissing. Can't afford mistakes, I don't listen. You gon' make me call my bros for assistance. You gon' make me call my bros for assistance. Hitters keep reaching, dissing. Put me in a fucked up position. You gon' make me call my bros for assistance. Make me call my bro, yeah. Yeah, they hate, but they broke though. And when it's time to pop, they a no-show. Yeah, I'm pretty,